Guys, G-Fan 1985 here. Today I have a review of the Super7 Ultimate Destoroyah. So first, let's take a look at his box. So you got Super7, his name, and the age. The side, it's the same for both. It's like this cool covering. And then the back, that's a logo, text of the movie, or basically just the summary, the name, and the poster. So the box is kind of unimportant, but now let's take a look at the figure. So I put him all together. Obviously I put him together and beforehand. So what you have to do with the figure is you have to put both his wings on and his tail, which must be heated with the hairdryer because it is impossible to get all of them on without it. So first, let's take a look at the figure. So he looks really good overall. So he looks good. Some of the only gripes I have with him is that when he looks down, there's a gap in his neck, but it's not really noticeable unless you're looking from the behind. With him, his wings, you can't move his wings. His arms are connected to his wings, so that's a little annoying, but that's about it. With that, the waist and the thighs, I don't like those, but it allows it to actually, I think that was probably just like a thing to where it's like, so it want to limit articulation. So, which, I'm not mad about that, but it just kind of looks a little ugly. That's just me. And then his tail kind of can't move as well. Like it's all just like one big giant hunk of plastic. And then he doesn't have a mouth hinge. That's it. That's the only gripes about it. So the paint is good except the teeth, but it's okay. It's kind of mid, but hey, it's fine. So let's take a look at the articulation. So first, the head, you can look up this far. If you angle it right, look about that far. And you can look, if a ball joint wants to work with me, look for about that down. He can move his head 360. That's great. The head takes a lot of force to pop on, but you can do it. Let's take a look at his arms. So his arms can 360 if I can. Yep, his arms can 360. So I'm just gonna do it for one arm. So his wings can go 360 as well. But all of his arms can. His arm, now let's take a look at his actual arm. His arm is on a ball joint where it can only move like that, up and down. I don't think it can only move up and down. His elbow, you can move that about that far, about 90 degrees, and that's about it for that. And the wrist can move 360 around and go side to side on whatever joint that's called. I can't remember. Articulation, the same about the arms. He can move, but like if you move his back, you lean about that far and then about that far forward. I'm pretty sure he can twist around full 360. Hang on. Yes, he can move around full 360 at the waist, which is surprising, which I haven't noticed that. His legs, or let's take a look at his tail. So his tail can move at the joint, and it's got like mid segments, but they're kind of hard to move. And then like the last like 6 joints can actually move, and the tail has the end of the tail is on a multiple joint. Now let's take a look at his legs. So his legs I'm pretty sure they can move 360, but I'm not gonna risk it. Yeah, it probably can, but I'm not gonna mess with it. His legs can move about that far out, and then they can move decently. They can move about that far outward and this far inward. The knees are in a double ball joint, or on a joint here. And then you can move his leg, or you can move the knee full 360, and then his foot has 2 joints there. So there you go. That's how far you can get his knees. So overall, it's good, but there's just some like ugliness to it. But it was only $100, so for him. It's under 10, but I got him on that Super7 sale in November for 100. So good. It's pretty good. So overall, articulations, it's alright. So now let's get to our accessories. For his accessories, we have a screaming face, since he doesn't have a ball joint, obviously. So here's what that would look like on him, but looks very good. Let's put that to the side. Then he comes with 2 open hands. So if we take that off, man. Oh, there we go. And oh dear. If we look at that, here's the difference. You know, there's pretty considerable distance. You know, to that. So take that off, and then finally he comes with 3 aggregate Destoroyahs. So here they are. I mean, they kind of look garbage, but you know, it's alright. They got some shadings on them, so it's decent. So overall, that's it. So let's get to the size comparisons. Here we have the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 1989 and the SH Monster Arts Explosion Godzilla. Here we have the Playmates Burning Godzilla and the Movie Monster Series Space Godzilla. Here we have the SH Monster Arts Final Wars Godzilla and the Hiya Toys Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong. I will be doing a Final Wars vs. Godzilla stop motion soon. Should come out sometime in January. Here we have the Movie Monster Series Baggin. Go check out my review on that. And then the SH Monster Arts Special Color version by Latte. In conclusion, the Super 7 Destoroyah is a good figure. It's got some problems, but it's not that hard. It's not that bad, but, you know, it depends on how picky you are on these things. But overall, the price is good for it. $88, that's about the same, or from what I got it for. It's just more, it's the most expensive Ultimate Destroy figure from Super 7. But compared to SH Monster Arts, it is the SH Monster Arts Destroyer, which is at like $400. Absolutely nuts. So this is definitely the better figure. I'd say this is the Destoroyah figure until Hiya Toys come out with theirs. But, you know, I don't know. We're just waiting, and we gotta see. So, like and subscribe, and Merry Christmas, and have a good New Year.